Bandidos, I get asked maybe 3 or 4 times a day whether the Ninjabike backpack is or is not in the general loot pool. The answer should be yes, but I haven't gotten another since I earned it from last season's reward track. So today, I have saved up a bunch of exotic caches and we're gonna open them all until we get this warlock. Hit like if your unique and effective builds rock your world. Comment exotics to support the channel.
Ready? Okay. Shh.
We're gonna open 20 exotic caches back to back to see if the Ninjabike exotic backpack from season 11 is hiding in one of them. Many are reporting they haven't been able to get the backpack to drop and are wondering if it's actually in the loot pool. Originally, this was awarded by completing this season 11 rewards track. From there, it's supposed to be in the general loot pool. And that being the case, the best ways to get it are to farm wherever targeted loot is set to backpacks. Personally, I prefer to farm the open world, but countdown runs should yield you more exotics per day. The summit is also an option, and don't forget to do your weekly projects to earn exotic caches. The trouble with caches is there are a lot of exotics that RNG can turn out when you open the chest. Hopefully in our case, it's less than 20. Let's do this. And we get the capacitor. Next, the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun. The Dodge City exotic holster. The Bloody Knuckles. There's number 4. Another Bloody Knuckles. You can see it's all up to RNG. We don't have much control over these caches. And it used to be a lot easier when we started because there was less exotics, right? And they've added so many exotics over time that the RNG on these caches or in the open world becomes much more difficult than it used to be earlier on in the game. Is the blue screen. It's also been easier to generally farm for loot than it was earlier on in the game. You see, we didn't have methods like countdown. Countdown is an amazing way to farm for whatever you're looking for very quickly and get large quantities of it. At the summit too, but the targeted loot system where you could set your targeted loot, that was a big game changer. And I wish we had that earlier on. There's another Dread Edict. So we're getting lots of duplicates in here, aren't we? Come on, Ninjabike, you can do it. Yeah, so I envy new players because things are a little bit more efficient. You know, so BTSU gloves, that's not it. But it can be frustrating when you're looking for something very specific like the Ninjabike or even the Memento, right? Those are such key pieces on builds. And the Ninjabike is surprisingly better than a lot of people think it is. But yeah, so the Ninjabike, you know, it's not meta. It's not like gonna replace like every build's backpack in the game. It does make some really good builds, but you really have to think through your Ninjabike builds. Not every Ninjabike build is going to make sense. But when it does, those builds absolutely rock. And here it is, we got it. So it does exist, okay. But it took a lot of caches. Let's see how many it took before we got it. 2, 3, 11. So it was cache number 12 before we got it. I guess that's pretty good, you know what I mean? But the point is here, what I'm demonstrating is that you're gonna need quantity on your side because of RNG. There's no guarantee. So it might take you 5, you might open it on your first one, you might take you 30 and still not even get it. You know what I mean? But when I'm looking for something specific in named item caches or exotic caches, my number is 20. So I like to get like 20 caches and to increase my odds of getting it. And hopefully I do. And it usually works out for me in that case. I do that with like named item gear and stuff like that. So let's keep opening them and see if we get another one. So Lady Death, because we are getting duplicates of things. So Lady Death. There's a Catharsis mask. A lot of people look for this mask too and have a hard time. Ooh, really good rolls on it. And so, you know, if you're wondering, even if you were with me right now, I wouldn't be able to gift these to you. Yeah, they don't let us do that. So I wish. I know I'm just gonna crush these. I guess I'll just take the components. So another thing you gotta realize is that you can go into Countdown and get requisitions so that you can purchase exotic caches and also from global events, right? The red stars, but it's 20 red stars and that's a lot of hours if you think about it, even if you're great at farming. And so I really hate buying exotic caches, whether it's just for components or not, but you can buy with 224 requisitions here from Countdown, you can buy an exotic cache. So I think that's what makes Countdown the best way to farm for exotics because you're in there farming targeted loot and hopefully you get one. And if you're with friends, maybe they can drop it for you. And at the same time, you're earning these credits so that you can purchase these. That makes Countdown really powerful for farming. So there we are, mission accomplished. I didn't have to open all 20, so that's cool. I could save some for later, maybe even next next season. But either way, it took 12 caches, and that's not a lot of caches when you think about what it takes to earn these exotics. It's a combination of things that you need to do in order to get the exotics you're looking for, and nothing beats farming targeted loot. I think that targeted loot is a way better method than aiming to collect caches, because these are very expensive. Bandidos, if you missed this full strategy guide for the Descent game mode, you need to see it. And your feedback in this video is really important, because we want to make sure the devs hear what we have to say about the Descent mode so that we can optimize it for even better gameplay.
Follow me.